This is part 2 of Vamanadev's appearance, 2009. The continuing story of Bali Maharaj surrenders his life to Vamanadev. 8th canto, chapter 22. We left off with part 1 of Vamanadev's appearance day, describing verse 36 from chapter 22, about how Bali Maharaj was anxious about bad association because it destroys one's devotional mentality. So how much more careful we should be about bad association, because our devotional mentality, our faith in Krishna, our faith in devotees, in the process of bhakti and chanting the holy name can get diminished or diluted due to bad association. We can develop demoniac mentality, and we can counteract that by good association, by associating with devotees of Krishna. And this power of devotees is mentioned by Kapila Muni and Kapila Shiksha 3:25-25. Satam prasangan mama virya samvito bhavanti ritkarna rasayana katha. We want to continue point here. A few verses earlier it says Sada Sanhitam, that Vamanadev said he'll always be in association with the Lord, he'll always be the doorman. But in Brihad Bhagavatamritam, Sanatana Goswami answers the question, was Vamanadev actually living 24 hours a day in Sutala Loka, acting as a doorman of his devotee Bali Maharaj, or did he only come there occasionally? Prahlad Maharaj is saying in Brihad Bhagavatamritam, which we'll quote from, that whenever Bali Maharaj tries to go out of Sutala Loka, from the different gates, there are many, many gates leading out of Sutala Loka. No matter which gate Bali Maharaj tries to proceed out from or go out of, he sees Lord Vamanadev standing at the gate. Why does Lord Vamanadev expand himself to stand at all these gates? He wants to make sure that Bali Maharaj will not leave Sutala Loka and go attack his brother, that means Vaman's brother Indra on Indraloka. So basically, Vamanadev was keeping Bali Maharaj under house arrest, keeping him in Sutala Loka. He would allow him to sometimes go to some lower planet, some other Rasatala, Atala, Patala, because sometimes Lord Vamanadev was not there all the time. When Narada Muni visited Prahlad Maharaj, who was staying with his grandson in Sutala Loka, Narada didn't see Lord Vamanadev at the gate, so he inquired from Bali's grandfather Prahlad. Prahlad said that Vamanadev only comes here whenever there's a need. So what kind of relationship is it that Vamanadev actually has with the Lord? What kind of love is this? What kind of appreciation? That he loves Vamanadev so much that he keeps him as a gatekeeper? Or what kind of relationship is it that you keep someone at the gate? Why don't you invite him into the house? If you love someone, you won't keep them out standing by your outside gate. You'll bring them into your house, you'll feed them, sit them down, talk to them, relate with them. The truth is that Lord Vamanadev is only seen at the gate of Bali Maharaj's planet, Sutala Loka, every few yugas. Once, during the time of Ramayana, which is a whole other yuga, Treta Yuga, Ravana attacked Sutala Loka. Lord Vamanadev came there, and with his little toe he kicked Ravana back to Sri Lanka. Why? Why did he do that? because Vamanadeva was afraid that if Bali Maharaj came out himself and fought with Ravana, he might go out to Sri Lanka and then start thinking, oh, I've defeated Ravana, now I'm in Sri Lanka. Maybe I should go further up to the heavenly planets and attack Indra again in Swargaloka. Therefore, only for the purpose of protecting his older brother Indra, Lord Vamanadeva appeared at that time at the gate. There was a second time, which is described in Dwarka Mahatmyam section of Skanda Puran, on one person named Kusha attacked Dwarka, and the sages there asked Durvasa to go get help from the Lord. Durvasa heard that the Lord was living in the material world on Sutala-loka. So believing this, he proceeded to Sutala-loka to meet the Lord. At that time again, Lord Vamanadeva was standing by the gate. He returned to his post at the gate so he could receive Durvasa Muni. He went there only to uphold the faith and reciprocate with the belief and faith of Durvasa Muni. Because Lord Vamanadeva was sympathetic to the Brahmins, he did not want to disappoint Durvasa Muni, so he immediately was present at the gate of Sutala when Durvasa arrived there. So it's not actually a blessing or a boon to Bali Maharaj that Vaman agreed to be his gatekeeper or doorman or live there, Sanitam, to stay with him. Actually, he's only binding him there. Vamanadeva is just keeping watch. He's protecting him from attacking Indra. Actually, the real purpose, the only purpose of Lord Vamadeva's staying, or going, not even staying, but going there occasionally to Sutaloka, is to make sure that Bali Maharaj doesn't escape or leave the planet at any time, for any reason, and end up landing on Indraloka and attacking Indra. So here's the example. And this is described in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita in part 1, chapter 4, verse 33. This chapter 4 of Brihad Bhagavatamrita is called Bhakta, the devotee, describing the relationship of Lord Indra, who is a devotee ultimately, with Vamanadeva. Text 33, chapter 4. Kadachit karya gatyeva drishite ravanadivat durvas asekshito treva vishvasat tasya darshane. On rare occasions, some persons like Ravana can see Lord Vamanadeva on Sutaloka. Lord Vamanadeva shows himself only when it suits his own purpose. He thus showed himself in Sutaloka to Durvasa because Durvasa had strong faith in being able to see the Lord. Commentary. I've already summarized this, but this is exactly from the book. While invading the region of Patala, Ravana came to the entrance of Bali Maharaj's capital. But Lord Vaman, standing at the gate with club in hand, refused to let Ravana enter and neglectfully kicked him far away. Prahlad Maharaj argues that this is not proof of Sri Vamana's constant presence at Bali's door. The Lord appeared there on this one occasion for the special purpose of protecting Bali from being conquered by Ravana. Of course, I've explained it slightly different from other commentaries, that the Lord was actually afraid that if Bali came out to fight, that he may win, defeat Ravana, and then go on to challenge Indra. On another occasion, Durvasa, who was living at Kushastali, the site of the future city of Dwarka, was troubled by the demon Kusha and his cohorts. Rasa went to Sutala to ask Vaman for help. Narada advised Rasa to go to the Lord Vaman and assured him that he would find him there. Because Rasa trusted Narada's words, Vamana upheld their truth by allowing Rasa his darshan.